Okay. Nice, nice, nice. I think we're all set up, save for one thing, which is chat, which is not set up. Okay, now chat is set up. Hello there. Okay. Yes, alright, it's fine. Alright. I've got to start putting my own things there. Okay. How? Okay. It's time. Is the fucking Kool-Aid man outside? What the hell? Okay. Hello. Plans are simple. For funsies, I'm going to be making my own fake VTuber agency. I think the first thing that we should do is come up with a name. But I do have a couple of girl designs already in my head. I don't know how we're going to connect any of the designs I have in my head. But we're here and we are going to do it. Okay. First things first. What should we name our fake agency? That's the first thing we should get out of the way. And I need a decent sized pen, is what I've learned for writing. 2.5? Nah, not the ideal. I'll also turn off the stabilizer for a second. It'll make my handwriting less like neat, but as you can see, it's faster. Then being early. I'm always early, silly. Okay. So first we have to come up with a fake name for our agency. Now, there are two things that I know for sure, for factsies about what I would want in a fake agency in an agency if I could run one, okay? So, I'd want at least one girl who can sing, okay? I'd want at least one girl who could do like ASMR. I'd want to do at least one girl who's like really good at gaming. And this is per gen. We would want one girl who's good at singing, who's good at ASMR, one girl who's good at gaming, one girl who's just good at chatting, and an endurance streamer. Doesn't matter what she's doing. She could just do endurance. Right. So, this is the wide array of girls that I would want. Now, would we have a focus? Not being lonely. That's it. Oh shoot, it got rid of the white too. Oh, there's one important detail that I know for a fact. The agency would be majorly lollipops. That's right. I'd run a lollipop agency. Leave me alone. I love cute. That's it. I love cute. I love cute things. Okay. As far as voice goes, it will not have to match, right? So you do not have to sound pretend that's a sound thing. You do not have to sound like it, but you also, I don't think I would uh want them to sound like men either. So sorry. Just because uh I don't know. I like watching cute girls, okay? I'm biased. What can I say? You come in here sounding like fucking Hex Haywire, you're not allowed. Oh. Thank you for the donation. Didn't know Chuubas had an agency. Yeah, they would. They do. So these are we're just working out the specifics of the agency so far. I think if I were to run, it would be 5 girls a gin. I love the 5-girl format. I do. And then as a further specific, I would want to hire girls who I know stream at different times of the day. So maybe it would have to be like international hiring. I don't know about no international laws, though. They're not allowed to have little lore drops. None of these. That's not allowed. That's so important. That's so important. In fact, you know what? You're only hired if you're single. You're It's illegal. It's illegal to do that in real life, but because this is in my head and it's not real, if you have a partner, you're not hired. You're not hired. Only singles allowed. Close enough. Well, I mean, we're also not allowed to discriminate by gender, but if I could, it would just be like no males, you know? I don't want to watch any men. I want to see cute girls do cute girl things. Perhaps they can be cute and funny at the same time. Only basement dwellers. Yeah. You must have never touched a single PP in your life to be in this agency. Okay, so let's see. We have each girl's niche. We have the specific kind of girls. But the voice doesn't matter, right? Just the model. So like you will only be hired if if you are willing or comfortable to fit in the model. And no men allowed. It'd be 5 girls and like across 24 hours. Ooh, then maybe 4 girls. No, 6 times 24 is that would mean that there would be like 6 gens. Instead of having 6 gens, I'd rather have 5 gens of 5 girls and then have 1 girl overlap. But as a general rule, I would want to be able to have streams 24 hours a day, no dead time. I'm just gonna put clock. This will unfortunately mean that some girls will have like ghost viewers, which is to say that their chat will be dead, but their numbers will be good. I think that would be fine though, as long as they are good at their niche or whatever. You know what? The endurance girl will be there on the schedule for this. Let's see. What else would I want if I did a fictional agency? Let's color this out real quick. So over here. If I could run a fictional VTuber agency, what else would I want? Oh, right. On the lewd policy. We wouldn't not be lewd, right? But wouldn't be like a lewd, like an AV-tuber agency either. I guess lewd on the DL. You can make adult content on the down low, but officially you're not allowed to have a fan slay. Ta-da. You are, however, allowed to have Patreon, YouTube. I have a preference for YouTube, so I'm also going to ban Twitch. Am I a Twitch hater? Yes, I am a Twitch anti. Patreon, YouTube. What's that other one? It's not Rumble. It's Kick. You're not allowed on Kick. You're allowed on Patreon. You're allowed on YouTube. You're allowed. Nah, that's it. Those are the two places you're allowed. You're allowed on Twitter.com. Yeah, I guess you're allowed to do Twitter Spaces. And then in a gray area, they can promote themselves on TikTok, but they're not allowed to stream on TikTok. Meaning that if they want to go put their ASMR there, they can. I think also if they want to post themselves on Reddit, they can, but they can't, like, interact. What the hell? Are y'all getting murdered outside? Shut your asses up. Jeez. Is there a theme? It would be easier to come up with a name. Across the designs? No. The only shared theme so far is this. That's the only theme so far. Let's see, what else would I want to do? Or what other rules or restrictions I would place? Each girl would have to stream 4 to 5 times a week. I hate when people don't stream a lot. And then also in talking on time restrictions, since that's it, they would have to stream 4 to 5 times a week, and 2 to 3 hours minimum. They are not allowed to just fuck off. Fucking off is not allowed. Alternatively, if the girl cannot, for whatever reason, meet this criteria at any point in their contract, they will have to be able to make 3 videos a week. But they will get, like, vacations. Vacation time. You're allowed to... of course, this also excludes, like, it is not including being sick, moving, and other extenuating circumstances. Because, like, for example, I can't stream 4 to 5 times a week when I'm in any of these situations, right? But I do typically try to get, you know what? We'll lower it down. We'll lower it down. How about that? They have to stream at least 3 to 5 times a week. Because I think, say for when I was moving, and when I was sick, I average about 3 to 5 streams a week. And I'm going to hold them to the same standard that I hold myself to. Let's see. Do you guys have any criteria? you guys have any criteria that would be good? I want to know. I want to know what you guys are thinking is a good criteria. I ain't got a clue. Okay. You know what? I don't want them to talk about money. They're not allowed to at all. That's it. You're not allowed to talk about money. Okay. So now let's come up with a name for our agency. I like stars. Like stars. I'm a big fan of stars. Specifically, I'm a big fan of stars that look like this. So basically asterisks, but they're not actually asterisks. They have like connective points. Like they're like actual stars. Like that. And then, so when I see names, I see a lot of the people include the V for VTubing. But sometimes they also use it like in the phonetic way where it sounds like B. And sometimes the names are just randoms. I do V stars, but that sounds like a porn star agency. That sounds like a porn star agency. But I'll put it on the list anyways. V stars. Let's see. We could call it Virtue. Because it would be short for virtual. And they'd be pure. Pure and untouched. Just like I like them. Like how I don't say names. I try not to say names, but it's very hard. It's very hard not to. Let's include another layer for like interaction rules. Okay, let's get back to these titles. V Stellar. I think there's already an agency like that. Their name is Stellar vs. Pro. Or Stellar V for short. V Stellar is cute though. Okay. We could do cute. Cute V's? Cute V's. Instead of cuties, it's cute V's. I'm terrible at names. I'm so lame. Hello. Hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. V Tiny? No. V Tiny is a silly name, but it's cute. I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put V Tiny there. Instead of V, it's V. V Tiny. V Tiny. I would probably spell it differently as well if it was this time. Instead of V Tiny, it'd be like... Vitane. 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 Hello, hi. We're coming up with the names for this fake agency. So far, the only real contender is Virtue and V Stars, because Vitane is funny, but I don't know. I feel like that would be very that'd be not good. That'd be not a good name. Let's see. Is there a fun play on words I could do? I can't think of any words. Dang. Any puns for virtual? Let's come back. Let's come back. Okay, let's do some interaction rules. Yeah, I support the not saying names. Although that takes lots and lots and lots of practice. I haven't gotten used to it, and I haven't said a name in like a year. Or I haven't like intentionally said names in like a year. I guess no Discord. You are not allowed to groom my girls. I'm allowed to groom my girls. True, spoken like a true groomer. See, the thing about it is that I don't mind the PL topic, but if your PL contains like a little lore drop, then I mind, right? Like I don't want to look at your PL and then, you know, you're bitching about your ex and oh, no politics. That's easy. Nobody's watching VTubers for politics, god damn it. I would like to say yes to acting gay. I would like to say no to being gay. As in, you cannot date other girls. No ships will be sailed in my VTuber agency. But you can act like you're gonna sail that ship, please. Kiss for the camera. Canceled. Hey, listen. You're allowed to be gay. Just not on camera. You can be gay. You can be gay personality. You cannot be gay dating each other. Which brings me to my next point. No dating your coworkers, I guess. I saw that thing recently about Nimi being married to Magni? Traumatizing, truly. Cease. You're not allowed to date your coworkers. I guess that's what I was really trying to say, and not like being gay. But feel free to act gay, but don't feel free to date your coworkers or management. Do not fuck management. Do not fuck your chat. Now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, because that was a necessity to type out or write out. Here, those are the things that you're. Do not date your coworkers. Do act gay. Okay, I guess no PL talk. Cause I don't really care if your PL is public, but I really don't want to hear about your little lore drop about your ex on your PL, gang. If I see at least one Reddit post about how you used to bitch about your ex, fire. You're fired. You're not allowed. Let's see. The girls will not be allowed to interact with men. Except for chat. We loved to see it in HoloLive. We loved to see it in HoloLive back when it was standard to not talk to men. Let's see. What other interaction rules should we place? We love to see collabs. I think each girl should collab twice a month. One in agency. And then one outside of the agency. I think also for social reasons, each girl should have to plan one event a year. Does it have to be in their niche? No, but they have to plan one. The last do not is just going to be reveal the contract, obviously, but you know, what contract? There are no actual girls in this agency. So far, what we have is that we're gonna have one girl specializing in a thing each gen. And I should clarify that there are going to be girls who should be lewd in the agency. I would like the agency to be semi-lewd, okay? So out of the gen, I think 2 or 3 girls will be hired with lewd passes. Out of a 5-girl gen, so like half or more, right? And I don't think they'll get to choose what model they will be assigned to, but I think it would be yeah. 2 out of 3 of the girls. But then I'd have to roll back the Fansly thing, wouldn't I? Let's say yes to Fansly. On an optional basis. But then have each girl decide, I guess. And then obviously, oh shoot, I'm on the wrong layer. 2 out of 3 of the girls will just be entertainers. Does that make sense or no? Is this a bad idea or no? Give me your feedback. Cause I don't want to like force every girl to do it. Because I hate the idea that like there'd be somebody there who doesn't like want to, but is there because they want to be in an agency. And there is no way of telling who is what because they quite literally do it. right? Wah, wah, wah. So I don't want girls who don't want to be there to be there. But then I want to hear cute girls be freaky. Am I allowed to say that? It's a fake agency. It's not real. It's not real, so I don't have to worry about the legal laws. I want to hear cute girls be freaky. Just saying. Just saying. I will say that I don't care about flesh posting. I'm not a big flesh poster, so I'm probably going to ban it. But in exchange, I would definitely, if I could, pay for 3D models anatomical, you know? For girls to use however they would want to. That way you wouldn't have to flesh post, and that way you could create hentai deska. Speaking of hentai deska, I'd definitely be down for like 2 to 3 like lewd GIF / animation per girl per year. Of course, this would be opt-inable for the girls who just wanted to be a like entertainer, you know? So I'll just put this like this. I'd totally be down for that. As you know, I have a passion for the animation GIF community and voice acting, so I'd love it. I'd be down for it. I love how you guys have no words for if I should go all the way or not. So we're gonna leave it like this for now. Okay, we're still leaving alone the names, but now we're going to go into the first design, and you'll probably see a little bit here why I couldn't like dropped it entirely. So the first VTuber agency girl idea that I had, that one that spawned this whole idea, is an ostrich girl. Vynn, why an ostrich girl? Because ostriches are really attracted to humans. They love them. Ostriches want to get freaky with you. I wish I was joking, right? But I'm not. Ostriches really want to get freaky with humans. And so I saw that and I was like, that'd be a great idea for a lewd tuber. Is an ostrich girl. And I haven't been able to let go of the idea ever since. I'm gonna turn back on the stabilizer so that my lines don't look crazy as hell. Hold on. Give her a round face. At this angle, it looks like she's turning from the side. I wish the background was just already white, so that way I wouldn't have to do it every time. Let's give her silly ears. Then we'll go over here and make this brush big and use this brush as an eraser. That way I can actually see what the face is supposed to look like, because it does not look like what it's supposed to be right now. I normally would use the symmetry tool, but can't. Because she's not in the middle of the canvas. Goodness, I wish this would stop turning off. Yandere Ostrich Girl. I mean, the personality would depend on the person playing her for the most part. But I guess if she was one of the lewd girls, she would have to be assigned, like, a specific thing. I don't know if I want it to be legs or feet, though. Could be armpit. Could be armpit. Let's see. I've talked about it before, so I'm trying to get the idea that I had. So she's supposed to look tall, but then, like, be short. Ignore the head. It is a bad head. This is a bad head. I'm gonna give her hair just so I don't have to look at the shape of the face. Fudge's sake. I'm on eraser, that's why. That's not what I meant to do. What was I doing? Oh, yes it is. Ostriches are pretty bald, so I'm not gonna make her bald, obviously, but I'll probably give her like a short updo style hair. I forgot where the head was now that I've deleted it. Let's go ahead and give her like this little tuft thing. I like that tuft thing. And then, I don't know, probably a little bang here or something. And then maybe we should give her a ponytail, I guess. Ponytail's cute. Ponytails are cute. Okay. I hated the head. I still hate the head, but it's all right. Hell yeah, live drawing. We're drawing what the like first girl would look like. So now we're gonna give her a body. And then let's see, probably a torso like this. Oh wow, I'm so close to the end of the page. Hold on. Damn, actually, that's kind of a big drawing. Let's move her up the page. Allergic to drawing in a small area, actually. Deselect. Okay, that's good enough for me. Alright. And then she'd be really lanky, I think. We're gonna go ahead and give her body. I think she'd be really lanky. Hips. And it's still too long. Oh man, I am so bad at like not making things too long. And then she'd have a neck, obviously, and her neck would be like here. I'm really bad at drawing necks. I think we're gonna have to shrink her down. There we go. Shrink her down again. All right. Now we'll need to fudge. Silly me. Transform. And then, okay. Deselect. White. Now we should be able to give her, and she's like posing. So let's go ahead and just with her arms on her hips. Her hips, which are not that wide, but kind of wide because she's an ostrich. But ostriches have like pretty thin legs, if I'm being honest. It's like this. Some days I draw so good, and this is one of those days where I'm not doing that. I have to put in the feet so I can give her feet wear, but that's like, I'm hating the look of the leg and the feet right now. Is it long? It's not long enough. More page, more leg. Less volume. Her body is too curvaceous. She too thick. That is at least a bowl of oatmeal and a half, and she needs to be less than that. She needs to be thick. So we'll bring in some of these lines. Like this. Then the other side is fine. I'm not gonna put a white background ever again because this is gonna be so annoying for the rest of the time. I'm gonna be dealing with having to go over it with white just so I can go back over it with black. And then back out for the tummy and the leg. Much better. So now, and this is her crotch. Now when I draw the leg, I'm able to make it much skinnier. Just connect here, reconnect here. And then like that. And then I'm able to give her her feet, which I do like this. Okay. Nice. That is an adequate amount of leg. It's Vynn. Hi. Nice to see you after your shift at work. I'm designing what I would imagine, like, if I could make a VTuber agency, who would be in it? Or what would be in it, you know? First up is an ostrich girl. Vynn is the head of the corpo. Hell no, I don't make that much money. I do not make the money to start a corpo. And if you haven't seen the like rules of this corpo, they are so arbitrary and solely based off of what I want to see that it is not even funny. I'm not even entirely sure that this corpo would be like as successful as even like some of the really bad corpos that ended really fast, like Cockatiel Air. Let's go ahead and have her standing. Why not? Or doing the one-footed pose. That calf is really thick. Anyways. Nice. And then, I don't know, dynamic posing. Why not? There's her other arm. Now let's focus on her outfit, because the reason I didn't draw the arms is because I already know what her outfit is going to be like a little bit. Fuck. So basically, the first thing that we need to draw in on her outfit is like a little cape thing, because I want her to have this fluffy feather kind of cape thing. that covers the torso of her body. It's like a big poofy jacket. I guess her hand would still peek out of that, though. Like this. But if the poofy jacket were to exist, you would not see her arms for the majority of the time. Nor would you see any of this, so. I will give her all of these things back really quickly. Just so that I can go to another layer and erase them. You wouldn't see this part of her body, nor would you see this part of her body. This is to allow for us to do other things with her outfit also. That works. Put all of this inside this folder here. Okay. So now if I turn off these two, you can see the top of her body. And now what we're going to do is design her under. We are designing what girls in a, like the models in a VTuber agency would look like if I ran the agency. Now, in terms of top, I actually wanted her to be naked underneath the floofy top, right? But maybe not, just so she can take it off. And I'd give her like a sports bra type thing, maybe. Maybe with a cute little accent like this, so it's all cutesy. Kind of like what Trill wears. Damn. This shit is so annoying. Oh, wait. Actually, I'm not drawing on that layer, so it's fine. Right. So, like a sports top type vibe. And then maybe, like some sport shorts as well. You theoretically would not be seeing this part of her outfit, right? So this part of the outfit for her would not be visible for you. Unless the person turned it off. We could at least push for a 6-month corpo. I don't have enough money to support me, let alone a fucking corpo, bro. Let's see. I have a drawing, I swear I do. Oh, one of the fetishes she could have is like an egg thing. It could be like an egg thing. Oh, yes. Okay. Her outfit. Because I've talked about this before. So this is what the last time we came up with the concept outfit looked like. It looked like. So she wears a top that's kind of like this. But then on the side, it's just a like loose shirt. And I know that you can't see it, and I'm sorry. We're gonna use a dark gray, I guess. And just shade over it so you can hopefully get a better look at the vision here. Is it the sexiest thing you've ever seen? No. But that's because I literally am not. So it would look like that. Yeah. And it would literally barely cover under area, under chest type thing. Then, because you won't see this part of the outfit very often, she'd have a bodysuit under it, but the bodysuit would show off a little bit of belly, what she is missing. Like this. And then hip divots like this. So you see her hip as well. Originally she had more luscious hips, but with less hip, I feel like the hip divots are not necessary and can be given to another girl. A Say So agency. You were not here for it, so I'm not gonna blame you, but no, we aren't. With the Vynn? No way. Yeah, that's why we're not. Because I love cute girls. Nobody can stop me. And yes, save for like 1 or 2 girls in each gen, I think most of them will be flat. We will occasionally have something with opie. Okay, there was a thigh thing, like thigh mesh, that was going to look like it wraps around the thigh like this. Just on one thigh to give an asymmetrical design. But I don't know if that gives ostrich. It's because ostriches have these little stripes on their legs, but I'm thinking maybe fishnets or striped tights gives more ostrich. Maybe like some red tights would give ostrich. And then I can shorten this up or something. Like maybe instead of the bodysuit ending down there, it ends right here. So it's like a leotard. Don't worry, we will add color. I will add color so you can see it, okay? I'm sorry, I was trying to think about what color is good. Maybe like the undercolors of an ostrich, so she would be more in white schematically, I think. Oh shoot, this is my drawing pen too. I messed up. 1.9. Okay. So this part would be gray, like this, and obviously her belly button would still be out, and then underneath that would be pink-ish tights, so her color scheme would be like grays and pinks. I don't have to do that to myself. I can just like this. And yes, I'm gonna leave this part of the like leg undone because her shoes are gonna go next, and she's wearing very dramatic shoes, if I'm being honest with you. Okay. It is not that good. It is not that good. This is the outfit layer. Right. So then in terms of shoes, I had the idea for these high heel type things where they come up to around the knee area, but then you have to, they separate out so you can still see her toes, like this. And these are a type of heel, by the way. They're like a type of heeled boots. So her toes are out like that. And actually they come all the way up to the knees, so. There we go. And now we'll come back down here, and those will be the same color, like gray, as the other things were earlier, so. This is what my idea of the under outfit was supposed to look like. She looks really sporty. She looks so sporty. And then over the top of it, this is the coat layer, by the way, if you were wondering. That's why it looks like that. But over the top of it is her coat, which would be it'd be like a dark gray at the top, and then it switched to a slightly lighter gray, and then another lighter gray, and then at the bottom it'd be white. So ignore the sketchy. It's supposed to be like feather accents. And then for the white, I'm going to do gray just so you can see it a little bit better. But and then if she were to close her coat, it would look, I'm going to have to do this on another layer too, aren't I? Yep. You would not see the tummy part. I'm not sure this is safe for any TOS place, or yeah, any company's TOS. But I would find a way around that. The tights would not be sheer, I guess. They would be like pink. They would be pink tights. So if she closed it, also it would extend out a little bit further. So if she closed it, it would be like she's wearing a poncho, right? But then when she opened it, you'd see a little bit of her outfit, and if she took it off, you'd be met with the underside of the outfit, which is this outfit. And she would be a lewd design. So I'm actually gonna keep the open version of the design, because this is how it's mostly intended to be viewed. Although, forget this, because the stockings would be a darker pink. And that's the Ostrich girl design. Do I have a face for her? I do. Thanks for asking, guys. Her hair would probably be black as well. And I think that she would have like big roundish eyes, like very innocent eyes, but not. Hold on. But not like baby innocent. Like, they would still be sharp, so they would still come up at the end and be kind of sultry, but they'd just be big and round. So like, ignore that this is like the most dramatic face you've ever seen in your life, and it's not symmetrical. Like I said, I normally draw with the symmetry tool, which is bad, but I don't know. It's fine. Just leave it. Just don't worry. We'll worry about semantics later. Eyebrows. And then obviously she won't have any like facial details, but there. General idea. Okay. That's the Ostrich girl design. Next, there was an idea for a dragon girl. I'm gonna have to put it on another layer now. And the idea for the dragon girl is simple, is that her audience is her horde, right? So the idea for the dragon girl is that you are the horde. And the idea for the ostrich girl, for anybody who wasn't here, is that she wants you bad. That's it. I wish I was joking. No, she wants you. She wants you. And we're just going to go ahead and go through. dragon. Nice. Okay. So now we'll go to the design. And this is where we are truly shooting in the dark, because I don't think I came up with a lot of designs for the dragon girl. Thank you, Phantom Charger, for asking for the face. Thank you. Dragon D's. That's so... Your goodness. I don't want her to be as tall, and I do want her to look not as lanky or lengthwise as the other one. So softer. For her, I'm a little inspired by Kana from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Once again with these faces. You know what? No, I'm not doing this with you today. We are going to have a good face, and we are going to have a nice one. I am really good at faces. We are not doing this. Okay. Then, of course, right after I said I'm good with faces. Give her round cheeks, and then a sudden drop off. Not round enough. Too round. I'm gonna go in a little bit more. I normally draw faces really close up. And yes, the facial proportions has changed, and that's why I am closer to the bottom. Oh, it's really wide now. We can fix that by making the head wider. The body will be changed to compensate. And then let's erase. I forgot I could do that now. The bottom half of her face. Dictate the top half. And there we go. A better, more symmetrical face. With her eyes being down here. Oh, that head is really far up at the top. Damn, that's gonna be a problem later. It's okay, I'll probably shrink it down. Too close to the neck. Or too close together for the neck. Then we'll get on with the body. Let's go ahead and do this. Let me just get that out of the way. Get the torso in. Entirely flat, yes. Then we'll go ahead and get in the tummy area. Depending on the body type, I do change the way that I draw the certain body parts. Then the hips, which are gonna be wider. And then just get some thighs in here. And yes, big old thighs. Transform. Shrink. The downside to having to shrink is that, oh shoot. The downside to having to shrink is that it's probably not going to be on the line anymore, so no more symmetrical drawing. But it's okay. It can be asymmetrical from now on. Oh no, it is still pretty symmetrical. Nice. Her legs are not supposed to be very long. Her hair is going to be down, so I don't have to worry about having the space up at the top for it. Her thighs are too round. Give her short legs. And stubby feet, or stubby thighs down to her feet. And then, I guess like this will probably go this time. Ta-da! She's gonna be the classic fire red one or some other element. Probably classic fire red. I will loosen the shoulders a bit. I don't know. I just like those. I just like drawing shoulders if you haven't noticed already. And then we'll give her some hands. Ta-da! That's still too much chest. I dislike. Give us nothing. I think I'm gonna go for the old but wise on dragon age in this one. Although she will be, I guess, like young in dragon years. Just older than you. At least the age of my best friend will be good. Excuse me. Ta-da! Okay, so for what I was talking about earlier is that I want her scales to like be going up her body. Like you can just see a couple of scales on her body. And since she is so lovingly thick, I can bless us all with hip divots for this specific character. Okay, so now let's get on to the outfit. This is the body, by the way, if you're wondering. Both of those layers was the body. They should approximately come to like right around here. Be in line with her crotch. Oh, unfortunately that means that you won't see this one. Hip divots. Let's also go ahead and give her the dragon tail thing, which is like this. So you know she's nothing but a dragon. Scale pattern, irrelevant, but there's the dragon scales for her. Now let's go give her an outfit. So she has hip divots. So she can be wearing the full body outfit, which is cute. I do want to give her a normal neckline. Oh, shoot. I want to give her a normal neckline and then maybe like a princess style poof on her dress or on her outfit. Maybe she still dresses like it's the olden days. But that would imply that she's wearing like a princess style shirt. Right? So she can't be wearing a bodysuit because she's wearing a princess style shirt. Which means, I guess, no hip divots for her. One of these girls will get my amazing hip divot idea. That also means that you won't be able to see her underside of her outfit. Because she'd be wearing like a princess dress. Or maybe we can cut it shorter. We can cut it shorter and then make it like a tutu style thing. Like this. Maybe it doesn't poof out. Maybe it doesn't poof out. What if we give it, okay, at this point, I know you can't see it very well, so I'm gonna make it a different color, right? What if we give it a red, like long style dress, and then it comes up to her hips? But then the poofy sleeves don't make sense. I'm so torn and conflicted. This is such a hard outfit to decide. I don't know what's cute. I know I kind of want these to be see-through though. So, like this. Like a mesh thing. Because I love mesh. Well, no, because then the hips won't show. Well, it'll be like such a cute outfit if the dress goes out like here. Which is what I was thinking. I was thinking it's like it could go out in a retro 1950s style. Would she be red? I don't know. I don't know. Red dragons are the most common type of dragons, yeah. Let's figure out her horn situation, actually. Maybe we can give her only one horn. Looks like this. Are we filling the one horn, chat? Maybe she has another one like growing in on this side. But it's not fully grown. Or maybe she only has one horn that's growing in. Like this. She has her one horn and it's growing in. I do also think I would want to give her the like sharp teeth. Like, I just think that's cute. I don't know. Not when I draw it, but when other people draw it. Okay, back to the clothing, which I am so conflicted on. Damn, that was like magic. Maybe not the poofy sleeves. Oh, I just had a cute idea. Let's erase the neckline. Then we'll do something like this. And then like a little jacket. That's cute. That's cute. And then instead of wearing a leotard like the other girl, she does have the hip divots. Because she is wearing a bodysuit. I was going for like a more elegantly staller vibe for a second. But I think the idea that she's like a badass cool dragon that like rides motorcycles is really sick too. And then the shoes make sense because the shoes can be like biker boots, basically. And then they would be like laced up and then flopped over. Maybe she doesn't care too much for lacing them. Okay. And then, yeah, she is wearing like a bodysuit. And then, of course, I have to draw something under the jacket part. So let's go ahead and figure that out now. Maybe under the jacket part, she's wearing like an off the top shoulder kind of moment. And then armpit can be her thing, right? Because you can see her armpit. You can focus on that pit love, you know? And then obviously she was wearing like the outfit with the hip dip under it as well. Maybe those are just like pants. Maybe these are just pants. Oh, she could be wearing a nice big chunky belt. We love chunky belts. I love chunky belts. Maybe a second belt would be fun. Give her like a little Yu-Gi-Oh type deal. Maybe like a belt on her arm, since we're going full Yu-Gi-Oh on here. Is it for anything? No. Although I do think I would give her like a thigh sheath over here, I guess, for stabbing anyone who goes after her hoard. What do we think? Maybe she has some bandages on this side. She gets into a lot of fights. That's really low. Like her nipple would be almost peeking out. I do also want to give her like a collar. I feel like that would be pretty badass. She's in a collar. Band-aid on this arm. You accepting male talent? I hate to say this to you, but let's see where. No. Not at all. It was one of the first things I wrote. Said there was no male talents allowed. Okay, let's see. We're gonna erase some of the sketchy lines so that way it looks a little bit neater. So you're able to see what we're actually working with. I thought it was funny that you came to ask as soon as, or after I had already put it there. Like, I didn't even have to consider it. It was one of the first things I thought about. Male talents to do what? Seduce my female talents? I think not. They're in a relationship with me first and then the audience. Gotcha. Okay. Belt. Maybe like this. Little belt parts. Maybe this one sticks out a little bit. Okay, so now when I toggle back on the top of the outfit, I'll go underneath with white. And erase the parts of the outfit you're not supposed to see if the top of the outfit is on. Basically, this is what her outfit would look like. Foiled again. Yeah. I like talked about it a little bit. I was like, oh, you know, I don't want any little lure drops. I don't want any like I don't want any intercompany dating. I don't want none of that. So that works. And then we'll give her, is it still in the middle? Yes, it is. For her eye situation, we'll give her really downturned eyes that are still kind of sharp looking. But not as sharp as the other girls, I think. The face is totally not an anime style. I need to fix that. I do also want her to have like these eyebrows. Okay. Now let's go in and do some hair. Symmetrical hair is what I'm going to be going for here. I do want her to have central bangs. I don't know why. I just associate them with a big off forehead in the middle. Yeah. Parted straight in the middle. Then I'm down, maybe not on the sides. Do I want to give her pigtails in this situation? Or do I want to leave her hair down? Maybe she has one long, like, pigtail. I don't know. It would have to be shorter than her hair, because that's not how hair works, unless she left her pigtail extra long on purpose. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the one pigtail. Uh-oh. Maybe like this, I like it a little bit better. It's ruining the thing that I can see her forehead. Like, it's ruining my ability to think. Get rid of that. Damn, I forgot about that. Orange on the same layer as the hair. Gotta be careful, or the thing. You wouldn't see this. And I guess you wouldn't see her ears either. I don't like this hair. I dislike it heavily. If I add back the face, and I imagine that she's pushed it behind her ears, I like it a little bit more. But I don't like it very much. It's just not a cute egg. It's just not a cute hairstyle. Also, the purple color was throwing me off. Let's go down here. Maybe we should do it like this, where it's actually parted around her horn. No. The horn would still have to peek through the hair. I don't really know how I wouldn't be able to part it around the hood. This would be like a braid, but bear with me because I don't know how to draw braids. And then this piece of hair, and then the rest of the hair would cascade around that. I guess she just has a really large center part. Maybe it covers one of her eyes in a real emo fashion. then it falls over. Like this. I don't know. How many ladies have I missed? We're on the second girl, so not a lot. It's just not speaking to me. Let's get rid of her head after this, by the way. Maybe like this, where she has like a proper emo cut. Are you digging the proper emo cut? Sorry, it's making me giggle a little bit. Would this dragon be your waifu or no? Is badass emo dragon girl your waifu of choice? I kind of like the hair. Maybe not on her, but it reminds me of like Princess Rosalina from Mario. I think it also goes with a little bit of the badass appearance, but maybe what we should do is actually take it, push it over, and then, I don't know, this thing or whatever, and then have it fall over itself like that. Only one dragon wife, room for one dragon wife in my heart. I be forgetting that the chicken is also a dragon. It's really bothering me that it's so small. Maybe it's the shape that's bothering me. I do like it better now. She is cute. That's funny. I need you guys to tell me about the design and stop being adorable. Okay? Alright. And then maybe this part swoops out. That's what it was missing. That's what it was missing. It needed to swoop out a little bit. And now I'm very happy with this design. And the audience is her horde. And when she takes off her jacket, her thing is armpit. So now we have the dragon girl and the ostrich girl. And you can suddenly see the difference between my art styles if I start drawing different types of characters. Stop hitting on me and focus. Yeah, pretty much. Next up. So far we've had aviary animals. So I kind of want to stick to that. And create a... I guess like a budgie, but not really a budgie. Like, they're like budgies, but they're not. They're like budgies, but they're not budgies. They're cockatiels? I don't know how to spell budgie if you were wondering why it's fucked up. Yeah, okay. It's a type of bird. It's very colorful and cutesy and very friendly looking. And they get frisky when you touch them. That's the important part. The important part is that part. I'll put a picture up on screen if I can get one for you guys. Cockatiel. Cockatiel? Cockatiel. Yeah, I spelled it mostly correct. Show me a cocktail. No, I want a cockatiel. I keep forgetting I over E except for I before C. Or I before E except for after C. God damn it. This is a cockatiel. They're very cute. They have very standard colors, but they come in also like blue and different braids and stuff. They're very cute. They're very cute. And since we're doing aviary animals, I figured, like, yeah, the ostrich is a bird, but it's a bird that walks. And this is not a bird that walks. And this is a cockatiel. And cockatiels are cute. My favorite cockatiel is the blue cockatiel, which, I don't know. Maybe the purple will lead me to the blue. I'm not sure it will, though. It did not. No, there it is. They're like blue and white. They're very cute. And they have rosy cheeks as well. So I think that we should do a cockatiel because cockatiels are cute and have rosy cheeks and are babies and like to be touched. I thought you were talking about cockatrice. That's a different bird. How many birds have that word in the name? I'm feeling like the people who made birds were very freaky. Just saying. Who named them, not made them. I think we're going to follow the same design as the dragon girl to the point where I might take her first layer and duplicate it. But then we're going to change up some things. So obviously it's not the exact same body design. So first things first, unlike lizards, I'm going to get rid of all them damn hips. No more hip for you. I'm so sorry. You're not hippalicious. We're also going to get rid of the tail as well. Okay. Now that we've focused on getting rid of that, let's go ahead and using the symmetry tool, give standard proportions. We'll also bring in the back portion of the legs. It's still too wide. More up and down. The thickest part of her body is probably around the tummy area. She's bow-legged. That's what I thought. Okay. New location for that general area of the body. That's weird, but it makes me think of a deer girl, which would be cute in the future. Here. If you haven't noticed yet, I think birds have skinny legs. if you didn't notice. That's too much pointing inwards. That also gives her a bow leg. Point directly forward. And then we're going to round those off so that they actually are feet. It's not my best work, no. But it does what it needs to do, and that is be a body for a design. I hate it. I hate it really bad, if you were wondering. They're gonna get me to look like a chicken. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Freaky bird taxonomist. No, actually, because why are all the birds titled the way that they are? Let's just give her all new legs. I think the other legs had a specific position that made them hard to recreate in a different body type. Now, on to a different part. Because finally, we have Opie. Do not ask. Finally, we have Opie. I was better off drawing another body. I really was. Alright, fine. You got me. You got me. I'll draw another body. Basically, you're right. I was right about what? People who name birds being freaky? I figured. I don't know how to draw normal size knockers. I only know how to draw hunkers. I really don't. I'm so sorry, chat. I do not know how to draw like normal sized things on them, on that chest, you know. I do not know how to draw normal sized things on that thing, you know. Holy. I think I saw an Asian girl with hip pads that look kind of like that. Oh, it's not funny, but it is. It's so funny. I remember her. She was on like Zhang show with hip pads that really made her look just like that. I don't know. I think the head's too big this time. Transform. Ooh, do not turn. Let's just come in a little bit. I've never drawn them with knockers. I don't know how to. I think the head still has to be big. Oh, see, now the head's displaced. I don't think I put it in the right area again, but oh, for the most part, it's in the right area. That's all that matters. That's so funny. Stop it. You're not allowed to be funnier than me on my streams. I want to give her another pose. I'm sorry. For now, we'll put both hands on her hips. Because my friend's bird used to be very sassy. Now, how am I going to figure out this leg situation? Obviously, this is where the legs are supposed to start at. But I can't give her, like, stomps. Stumps. I can give her stumps. Holy. You know what? I give up. New body type it is. That was horrifying. She was scaring me. Okay. So let's start with the head. I do want to give her a very ovular face. Because birds, when they look down with their beak. And give her some ears, although those will be removed in the future. Next patch, gonna take away her ears. stiff posture. Much easier to draw them if you start with a circle. Then we go in for the tummy. Then we go out for the lower half of the tummy. Then we go out again for the hips and then come back in pretty quickly so that the tummy and the hips attach like this. Oh wow, that's definitely a design choice that I could make. I'll leave it for now. And then abnormally long legs and then bring it out. Then we know where the hips ended at now, so sure, we'll just have the feet come in because why not? Still with the thighs, just no one to save them. They are just doing abnormal things. I've been drawing for so long that the thighs are doing abnormal things. Guess no thin lead for this burb. And then yeah, the thighs connect to this, and then yeah. All right. And then, like I said earlier, I actually will give her, I'm gonna put her arms back and then come in so she looks kind of chill, I guess. And then I'm gonna get rid of this weird face thing that she has on her head. And then we'll give her a neck and erase the guidelines for her body. Except for that, I'm still debating on if that's an outfit design choice or not. She also will have something covering her arms because I like to symbolically give her wings, but I don't want to actually give her wings. Does that make sense? I'd like for her to have wings, but not actually. Because I'd rather her wings be from the back of her body, like that, as opposed to on the side. And also, I don't know how to draw wings, so bear with me while I figure out this whole wing situation. I do want them to be bigger than her whole body, yes. They would be removable, but she would have some god tier wingage going on any other time of the day. Okay, so now that we've gotten her body down as best as we possibly could in this situation. She looks short, which is good. She looks short. And you're like, Vynn, what do you mean by she looks short? So this is her compared to the ostrich I drew earlier. Or, that's a dragon. And as you can see, the ostrich looks long, and that has to do with her legs being really long. But if you come back, her legs are short, but her torso is long, which gives her the illusion that she's shorter than she is. I think I'm going to stick with this. I like the idea of this thing. And then she'll have like spaghetti straps that come down really low. And she is a bird, and burps have a lot, you know. They just have a lot going on up there. They just have a lot. They're just like that, you know. Ostriches don't, but these birds do. Now, as for her cover-up outfit, we'll just take this off because it doesn't need to be on for her cover-up outfit. And then we can probably just cover up this part with white. And bam! We're ready for her cover-up. I think this time we are going to go the jacket route. Like a proper jacket. I love my jackets when they're off the sleeve. So, I guess we'll be going off the sleeve with this jacket. around the arm as well. Just like this. And then we're gonna come back up here and we'll do the other side on her body. And I think it should go down as far as humanly possible. We'll work on the under outfit some more after this. Maybe like this. And of course her outfit would still reveal a little bit of her under outfit after that. And then if we come back up here, this is what you'd see with her jacket on. And it wouldn't be very much, right? In no way do you have to listen to me at all, but I think a model based on greater sage grouse. Greater sage grouse. And I love you, but what the fuck am I looking at? That thing scares me. Ew. That thing disgusts, horrifies, and scares me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm afraid of that. I'm not gonna lie. Also, it's not like types of bird. It's just aviationary animals. Next up is the flying fish. Next up is the flying fish. That's it. Y'all can't stop me. I do want to give her, for her body, I want to give her like a bird tail. Cockatiels have like this little pointy tail thing. And that'll be her little bird tail, you know? And that's cute. I love that. She does have a tail, and then she has wings as well, you know? I love that. That's cute. And no, don't ask me about why I decided to put these on the wings. It's supposed to be the wing layer texture. Okay. So this is her like jacket piece thing. And I think actually for the jacket drawing, we should draw it all the way up, because I just had a cool idea where when it's up, her head looks like a cockatiel. Right? So it like it like comes up like that. Hold on. Yeah, so cute. Okay, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Maybe her hair does the cockatiel thing to do. There's the jacket back down. And then we'll figure out the cockatiel thing later. Right. Now, next up with this is that I do want to give her like a skirt aspect. But the skirt would be like, I don't know. Maybe like this. So the slit for the skirt is right in the front. Oh no, the skirt can be see-through. Nah, I don't think a bird would be in a skirt. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe shorts? See-through shorts? And then of course we have to make them a cute sunshiny yellow, so give me 1 second. So she'd be technically wearing like shorts over it. And they would be see-through, but I guess like barely see-through. Just like enough see-through so where you can see her like pants up under it, which I guess would be a light gray just to stick with the cockatiel thing. Like this. See her, whatever that is. Maybe they don't even go up that high. Right? Maybe they don't go up that high. And actually, they are like these little half shorts things. So. Like this. And now if she put back on her jacket. Shoot. This is what you would see. And then if she takes it off, it'd still be like TOS appropriate. For some big plans. I did not like the look of them. Hoodie design combo low-key cooking. What do you mean? I did not like the bird the bird hoodie. Okay. Now let's get her this hair. Maybe she has like messy hair. Oh, you know what? I have an easy solution for the hair situation. Animate hair, bro. She has the most visually interesting haircut out of everybody. And then also give her like a really intense cowlick going on up there. I do think, however, that even if I did that, she would have like short hair. Let's take off the jacket. Oh, damn, I did that on the body layer? Mother fudger. Okay, that's fine. Just put the body back where it should be. We'll pretend that that is not an issue. You know what? Actually, it bothers me super bad. I'm gonna have to go back. Nice. Okay, this time make sure to draw the thing on the right layer, which is this layer. Oh, shit. Would the jacket be white? I don't know, but the point of it is not to have like colors right now. It's just to establish like outfits and stuff. Okay, so now I can take off the jacket properly and then we can go back to fixing the hair. So one thing I know for sure, cosplayer is gonna have to use the whole can of hairspray. They were already doing that. They were already doing that for their Danganronpa phase. Maybe not that. Maybe we'll go like this, and then on this side, all the way to the side. And maybe the longest thing about her hair is her bangs, but then all the rest of her hair is really short. Like that. She's a short bob. So far, none of the girls have had really long hair except for the dragon. Or not the dragon. The ostrich, who has like a really long ponytail. And then we come back up to the top and cowlick. I stand by this cowlick, by the way. Nobody will stop me from giving her this fuck ass cowlick, by the way. It has the curve exactly like that, too. I do think maybe she should have, like, poofier hair. So, yeah, I do still want to give cosplayer a run for their money, but, like, maybe it floats out some. From her head. Now she has really, like, swooshy hair. And then, as for her face, give her some fudge. I don't know. First, let's fudge. I didn't draw it on a different layer. That was a problem. First, let's go ahead and give her some big eyes. Big eyes. I think birds have big eyes, that's why. Okay, and then she's not looking directly at you, she's looking up. Shh, leave it alone. Don't bring it up. I know all the faces look a mess. The faces are not my focus at all. Round. I think she'd have round marionette-like cheeks and a smile. And yeah, her face looks deranged. Anyways. Give her jacket back. Turn off the symmetry tool. And this is all the girls so far. Ostrich. Dragon. Oh, her head is not hidden. That also is going to bother me. So, ostrich, dragon, budgie / cockatiel, and next up we're doing a flying fish. I accidentally put that in the wrong area. Okay. I think they're called oarfish, and they fly. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at pictures of oarfish. They look weird. I don't know if I like them. I don't know if I like them, chat. Maybe I shouldn't do an oarfish. But I think Gen 1 should be full of aviary creatures. Does that make sense? I'm not so sure. I'm looking at other flying creatures. Sorry. What else flies? I can't think of anything. Penguins don't fly. But that's another type of bird. Thinking of fantasy creatures now. That's definitely unique. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Flying creatures. Oh, we haven't done a dinosaur. We did a dragon, but we didn't do a dinosaur. Let's look at flying dinosaurs other than birds. Let's not do a bird, I say, and does the predecessor to birds. We could do a gecko. Those look really sick. Everyone knows pterodactyls. Pterodactyls are pretty cool looking. Pookie's on the list. Maybe I'll do a pterodactyl. I know the PSI, leave me alone. Because they have pretty wings. So then I get an excuse to use pretty colors. Oh, butterflies also fly. Maybe we could do a butterfly. How much are you going to on me right now? Thank you. Okay. Let's do a butterfly and then we'll do a pterodactyl. And that'll be our last two girls. Or fish. No. No. Forget butterflies. Let's do moth. No. Let's do a butterfly and then make it a death fly. Butterfly. Butterfly. Bradbury, that is not what I wrote. Butterfly. Thank you. Okay, so we did, so we're gonna do a butterfly here. And then next one will be a pterodactyl. But the first one up is a butterfly. Yes, I will be bothering the dragon in this body type for the butterfly. No, you cannot stop me. Yes, I saw how it happened last time. No, it will happen differently this time, chat. I promise. Because the butterfly doesn't have any knockers. She just doesn't have these things and then like a little less hip. So, damn. I always be forgetting. I don't know if that's the exact same amount of hip or not, but it looks like less hip in my heart. Okay. Now, we can get started by adding in the wings. And the first wing of a butterfly is normally elongated and like this, but they also are kind of like square shaped, I guess. They also come to half the body, so that's my fault. Come about to half the body. Then the second wing actually goes along the line of the first wing and comes down after detaching. So, and then it also comes into half the body, if you didn't know. Butterflies all connect at the top part of their body, the abdomen section. Ooh, and instead of one of them being wings, one of them can be like it can look like a bow. The wings could be designed to look like bows. Hold on. Cute ribbon-esque design for the bottom half of the wing. And now she looks like she has ribbons instead of like wings. Like it looks like a giant ribbon instead of a wing, and I love that. Maybe the part on the sides will be the part where the wings, like black part is. Same thing with the bottom part. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Also finish my assignment time. Flying squirrel? Chat, no. Chat, no. You can't give me such a good idea. You know what? Forget the dinosaur. Flying squirrel it is. That's such a good idea, chat. We will also be using this body for the flying squirrel. Because I could just see the cute tail coming out. I think it's cute. Let's go ahead and give her eyes. Butterflies have like false eyes too. What if I give her false eyes? Like her eyebrows look like eyes. Like this. Now she has false eyes. I'm so bad at drawing eyes. It takes me so long to draw eyes. Those are really close together. You know what? Bam. If any other character had a reason to have their eyes closed, it's gonna be this one. She has false eyes. The flying squirrel is a good idea. It's not, it doesn't scare me. It's a good idea and it doesn't scare me. Okay. So now that we have her, that's the top half of her body. Okay. And this is nothing. So let's draw these clothes on her. Now, I think for sleeves, first off, let's give her some sleeves. Is what we should start with. So let's erase this. And then we'll come in with the I think she should have cute like sleeves like this. Then for the shape of her top, I think we should go back to the low cuts. Speaking of watching your stream, you mean the guy that's like, my mom's kind of homeless? You know what? Considering that she's a death butterfly, I feel like that would be very fitting for her. And then she'll be wearing sleeves under her sleeves, hitting that hitting that 2000s sort of multi-layered look, you know. So she has on her first set of sleeves, and then she has on her second set of sleeves. And then we're gonna just okay. Now we can come back up here and give her her sleeves. And there we go. Now we'll go down here. And I want to give her not this. I want to give her this kind of top. None of my girls have been wearing dresses yet. Can you tell that I'm not like a huge dress person? Give her that kind of top. Maybe I should give her a dress. Maybe she should be the first one to wear a dress. Okay. And then I think it'll be like a flowy dress also. So instead of being like poofy, damn, I'm gonna have to like erase some of her sleeve going on there, because the dress is going to extend out beyond this, and it is going to stop there. I've already decided. In which case, I think she should have a shirt under her shirt. Oh shit. I think she should have a shirt under her shirt. I think that would be cute. Oh, she looks cute, I think. You're in patient gowns. Don't those count as dresses? It's not immediately obvious, but no, because hold on. I actually ripped off my pants. I didn't want to wear the fucking pants, okay? I took them off. Those things were hot and uncomfortable. I'm not wearing a gown. I'm wearing a scrub set that I fucked up. I ruined my scrub set for funsies. But I'm not a huge dress person. Oh goodness. Okay, and then we'll just give her back her hands, just because I feel bad that she has no hands. Okay. And then also, oh, it's because it's the shape of her body. I was like, I don't know why it goes like that. Let's go ahead and get rid of the shape of her body under this. And we'll come back and we'll just like that. Then we'll give her pockets, I guess. I guess pockets are cute. No, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all with this. The dress itself is cute, but there's something off about it. Is it the sleeves? The sleeves might be off. Let's try. Yeah, changing the shapes of the sleeves did help, but there's still something off about the outfit. She does have legs, yes. They all have legs. Well, now that you can't see her body, I think I will go slim down her legs too. Ta-da! Okay. Now it isn't immediately... Well, it is a little obvious that she's bow-legged. Because her legs goes out too much on this side. It doesn't come in enough, but... Now she doesn't have chunky legs. She has cute little thin legs. She is a butterfly. Putting clothes over it makes me have to not think about anatomy, which makes me happy. So, now that she's in a better sort of outfit situation, I think I might go over the dress area again. And right here, I think I might give her like some sort of belt situation going on. Therefore, it makes sense for her to have a ribbon, right? I think I'll also give her a ribbon around her neck. And it makes sense for her to have two ribbons now. I think I'm gonna be content for now because I'm gonna go through and assign each of them a like sex appeal, which it sounds weird to say it like that, right? But just basically the thing that you look at a VTuber and you like really enjoy about their design, pretty much. You know, pull a V shoujo on her. Her outfit's not sexy enough. And then maybe she has the pigtails instead of the antennas, which are cute. I will not lie. I love the antennas. Those are cute. Instead of them, she has bows again. And then she has two... I don't know about that. Yeah, okay. These pigtails are fine. No, they're not. I hate them so bad. And you know what? They'll be long as well. I'm gonna have to make them purple so you can see them over the outfit, but they'll be long pigtails. So she has two long pigtails going for her. Maybe they curl a little bit too. That would be cute. So like right about here, they come in, they curl, and then they come back out and then do whatever they're doing. Another spiral and then just out towards her feet. And that's her design done. And then we'll come back and give them some sort of goon appeal to them or whatever. Then she is so Mahashojo coded, not gonna lie. Real and true. Okay, so now we're gonna go back down to the dragon girl again, and we're gonna pick her body type again. Cause have you seen squirrels? They're kind of dummy thick. Also because I can also just change the tail shape. Squirrel. I do not know how to spell squirrel, by the way, if you were wondering. Then why'd you spell squirrel wrong? I can't spell squirrel. Okay. Alright. We're going to go get rid of the details that make it look like a dragon. And then we're going to go back in with our brush and curl the tail in. And then bring it out. I don't know if that looks like a squirrel tail. Do squirrels have tails? Am I thinking of chipmunks? They do have tails. They carve out. Squirrel tails carve out, everybody. I did not know that. Okay. So it's more like this. It would curl this way. And then I guess it would just be extra fluffy on this side. Okay, here she is with her squirrel tail. I will actually keep the hip proportions. Like I said, have you guys seen squirrels? They're kind of dummy thick. We meet again. Squire? That's funny. That's funny. She's supposed to be a flying squirrel, right? I think we should give her a cape. Because she's a flying squirrel. So I think she should be wearing some sort of like cape-like thing. I think no matter what she does, her arms will not show because of the cape, to clarify. But I do think the cape will close like here. And she'll officially be the first one you can't see the whole outfit of when her outfit is closed, right? But now let's get on to the outfit. So squirrels have these like patches in the front, I say, where their fur is a different color. If it's open, you would still see her body shape, right? But because of the patches in the front, I want to say that she has like this going on. Maybe when the cape is not in front of her body. This is the shape of her top. I don't know if I should make it all the way round like this or not. Probably not, because another girl has the round design. Tailless squirrels would also be the site. Oh, but I think the tail is cute. Maybe it only goes down to her stomach. Maybe she has like a coat like this. Just wearing like a little, and then a second like thing here. Like that. And then instead of it connecting up at the top, the little round piece can just be from here to here so that she doesn't have cleavage. Like that. And then obviously like the buttons and everything. I guess a little pocket would be cute. There, a little pocket. I think also it should cinch her in if it's going to be like this. Because that's kind of how tailcoats work. So now she's extra thick. Let's see. Let's look at some more flying squirrels. I noticed that their thing doesn't go all the way down to their feet, so maybe her pants stop right here. Like she's wearing pants, but they stop right here. She's just a fancy dresser. she's just a fancy dresser. I don't know if she's a superhero or not, but she's definitely a snazzy dresser. Okay, let's put this on correctly. Get this fixed. And then put her pants up to here. Would she be wearing like loafers type shoes? Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I was hungry. I went and got some leftovers again. Hello. Hi. Where did I put the pen? I'm in the middle of drawing and I'm losing my pen. crazy. Let me find that. I can't find it. Oh, I set it down over here. There it is. Found it. Got caught up on ASMR. Ooh. Oh, I appreciate you. So, I think also we have to put a button on the pants. Just because of the way the vest is. Maybe it goes all the way down. I don't know. So far, she's a fancy dresser. And then I don't want to give her tennis shoes. I want to give her like loafers or something. It's harder because loafers have a specific shape. Yeah, no. So the concept of a VTuber agency, like what I wouldn't do if it was an agency, and then all their character designs and everything. I don't know. I don't love the design yet. She reminds me a bit of Phantom of the Opera. Well, I guess I should give them their lore if I'm going to help with their design as well. So, first girl. What are we thinking lore-wise for her? Like, we know she's an ostrich. Would she be a tomboy? I don't know. Just because she dresses fancy in pants doesn't mean that she's a tomboy. What's the lore here? A celebrity? We can do that. We can do famous of some kind. Because that doesn't conflict with, it doesn't conflict with anything. She would just have to be famous for, like, one of these, you know. She's an ostrich, so. Yeah, she is an ostrich. Yeah. Maybe she was famous, but then she got isekai as an ostrich. I don't know. Maybe she's like a showgirl. She's like a showgirl. She secretly wants to lay the biggest egg. Yeah, we're just gonna draw an egg. Maybe that could be like her like secret persona. So she's living like a dual life type thing where she's her real self when she's streaming, but by day she's a famous showgirl ostrich. Yeah, like Batman, bro. Okay. I think that's enough about her to explain why she might be streaming. Now let's do the dragon girl. I know that I want her to be like badass. Maybe like a biker as well. Okay, so that's the rest of my leftovers. Maybe she's looking for a place to hide her hoard. Which is you guys, so she's looking for a place to hide you specifically. So far we have an ostrich girl, a dragon girl, a cockatiel girl, a butterfly girl, a squirrel girl, and that would be Gen 1. We have a Gen 1. But we're trying to find out a little bit more so I can add more details to them so that they don't look so plain. Like, for example, because the ostrich is a showgirl, I might give her, like, nicer jewelry, you know? Like, I might make her wear some shiny stuff. We're gonna pretend like this is a normal necklace. It's so thick. Never mind. I'm gonna give her, like, a necklace. Maybe, like, a choker on her neck. Because her neck is quite long because she is an ostrich. Maybe her like clear tights are like bedazzled, so she has shiny, or her like pink tights are shiny and bedazzled, so they're shiny, you know. Since she's a showgirl, I think also maybe like on her vest she'd have like little tassels, or on her undershirt she'd have little tassels, and a ring in her belly button. I think she'd also wear like some sort of like gold body band. I'm using gold to break up the gray. Like a gold body band as well. She's having like a little jewelry moment. The dragon girl, outside of her scales being on her body, and like there being things like that, like band-aids, I think she should have like an old cut or something, like scars on it. Maybe like one more here. Oh, and like a couple on her tail as well, because she's been cut. Maybe another dragon grabbed her tail to try to steal her hoard. Sparkling cape. It's supposed to look like feathers. Maybe they are glittery. Glitter in her feathers or something. Maybe her pants have like some rips in them from always getting into like fights and stuff. Like they're a little frayed. They have like frayed edges or something. She has like a little cut in her pants over here that she's like trying to patch up. Maybe they're like a little torn here. She gets into a lot of like fights. Actually, let's see. Same thing with like her vest. It's like torn over here. Maybe she has like patches on it. I don't know, like a skull or some shit. Crossbones. I feel like of all the designs, she has the most already like completed design, so I don't have to worry too much about adding things to her. Maybe I'll add some stuff in her hair. And then you can see her horn up there at the top of her hair as well. I don't really need to do much more to her. Her design was already like pretty finished. Had to leave the stream first for the game. What game? Okay, now we have the budgie girl. And I think she already has a lot going on, but I never figured out her shoe situation. I think her current design is very closey, so I think for her shoe situation, she'd probably be wearing like flip-flops or something. I think maybe because sometimes they give pigeons and stuff things around their ankles, I'm gonna attach a little bag around her ankle, kind of like the thigh garter that the other girl has, but it's just like a little carry-on bag. cool if she had like one stocking on. It was striped. Maybe it's just like a little like cuff thing. It just stops right there. Let's see. We could embellish her jacket a little bit as well. I feel like it should just be two-tone jacket, but because she has like cozy designs, maybe she has like a little seed on her jacket, like she loves seeds. And also in her hair, like she should have a little seed in her hair. Just a little seed. Maybe trying to think, I'm sorry. Maybe I can give her jacket a little maybe I can give her jacket a little like flower design on the side of it. Like on this side it can be flowers, and then on this side it'll be clouds. She's thinking about, you know, flying and stuff. Okay. Just one more cloud, I guess. There we go. What should be under her jacket, though? That's her hair. I think maybe on her regular top. We'll just pretend we don't see that. Maybe on her regular top and bottom, she has like, ooh, you know what? I am sleeping on a very obvious design choice right here. The under the body side parts right there. Just risking a little slip every time she's existing. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Maybe this is like, yeah, she's stacked up. Maybe this is like this instead of on the sides. So it goes around her neck and then comes down. I don't feel like you guys are looking respectfully. The clear see-through choices, shorts are a choice. But then also, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it, actually. I don't hate the design or nothing. Her legs are a little bare though. I could do something with these legs. I should do something with these legs. Oh wait, I already did something with them, right? If I go to the top and put back on the top layer, yeah, I did. So now we should be able to just put her jacket back on. And there she is. Okay, she has at least a bare minimum design stylistic choice, you know? Now on to the butterfly girl. First things first is her shoes. We gotta sort that out. Maybe she could just be barefoot. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she doesn't need shoes. Oh, or maybe she's wearing slippers? No, that doesn't go with her outfit. She's wearing flats. She's wearing flats. That goes with her outfit. Because she's just kind of nice. She's a death butterfly, and I feel like I didn't feed too much into the death motif, but now I should feed into the death motif a little bit. Maybe give her skulls here. Another skull on her waistband. Maybe little skulls on her shoes would be cute. As well. I think giving her a thigh high would be cute. On both thighs this time. I think having them angled would be nice. So they go like this. Give her some angled thigh highs with a little band on them, so that way you know that they're thigh highs. I think we can put little skulls on her sleeves. And then at the bottom of her dress, I think we can have little ghosts. Coming up from the bottom. Maybe they're feeling all kinds of emotions. Angry. Maybe this goes. It's just like having a grand old time. Black and purple? Maybe. That was just so I could draw her hair and you guys can see it, because if you didn't see down there, the outfit conflicts with the hair a bit. It'd be cool if her ribbons had little rips in them that made them kind of look like ghosts as well. So that way it really gets across the like agony motif that's coding her whole design. Maybe her choker has spikes on it. Maybe she's secretly hardcore. Because of this, I'm starting to think she has a more gothic design. Yeah. No piercings though. What next? Maybe on her skirt, while it's going up, we can also have like hellfire on it. The same can be true on her like pants. She's like hellfire on them. Oh, you know what? Maybe just on her sleeves and on her her stockings, she can have like hellfire on them to give the image that she's like, and it'll be blue or like purplish. Slightly torn wings, perhaps. Well, she's not dead. She's death. Because butterflies eat your body when you die. It's a death butterfly. She's not a dead butterfly. But maybe we can make the wings. The wings are supposed to also look like ribbons. But we can maybe add like skeletal details to the wing design. And then also they'll look kind of like bony, not bony, but like it'll allow for us to add on to the skeleton or the butterfly part where butterfly wings have like little black lines all the way through them. Oh shoot, I should have did it like this from the beginning, but now the other wing is going to have to be hand drawn, which obviously I didn't want to do because obviously I'm not giving this design to anyone, so it didn't matter if I wanted to hand draw the other side or not. And then maybe this part can look like fingers, I guess, or claws or some shit. Okay, now they're super freaky looking wings. I think she has enough detail, actually. And last but not least is the squirrel girl that we never finished. Maybe we can have the first gen have just like a generalized like extreme thing, because these two girls are like, sorry, these two girls are very dramatic looking, like they have a flair to them, and then we have Comfy, and then maybe these two can have like ghostly or ghastly themes to them. No, that doesn't sound cool. But I could put something cool on the squirrel tail. I really can. I don't know what I want to put on the tail, but I can put something there. I have no idea. Maybe the squirrel can have like a academic look to her, because she's already wearing like these kind of clothes, right? So maybe also while we're here, she carries like, you won't see it under the thing, but she carries like a little satchel. That's filled with like books and stuff. And then maybe also her pants have like a little stripe down them. Or maybe she's just wearing striped pants. That'd be kind of cool. She's wearing like a tweed type deal. Yeah, striped pants was the move. What is this keeping me? goes and wreaks havoc on my channel. Let's go to my channel dashboard, go to my settings. I have more hidden users than I thought I had. I don't even remember if all those people deserve to be hidden. It's okay. Oh, you know what? This outfit is cute. I have another idea. Okay. Maybe she wears a cape, but she's not like fancy because she wears her cape. Maybe. She's a race car driver. So then, she would be wearing a top like this, I think. And then, I guess like a jacket type thing up under her cape. The cape is for dramatic flair. And she's wearing like this. Actually, I think race car driver things close, right? They're not open. They're like always closed. And then like her pants would poof out like here. Maybe in her tail, she's holding like her helmet. Don't ask me how you draw a race car helmet. I don't know, but you just imagine that it's there, right? Thoughts? Yeah, full body suits. Or in like a full body suit type moment. And then what if her cape doubles as a parachute so that she can get like some drag speed on the car, right? Like if it's going too fast, she could just out her cape and then she doesn't have to worry about the car going too fast anymore. Of course, then under the cape would be like a suit, some hands as well, because she'd have to have a suit and some hands to drive her car. What are we thinking? Race car attire or fancy attire? Those are two options. This is this one. This is this one. Neat idea. Okay. Then we'll also give her some ears as well. I don't know what squirrel ears look like. No, like round but triangular as well. I don't know. They're like rounded triangles. There we go. And now that I got the ears on her head, let's see. Maybe she has like 2 strands on the side of each of her hair. And I don't know. I don't think she can be the one to have long hair. I think she's gonna have to have, well, no, What stops race car drivers from having long hair? Absolutely nothing. I think I'm just delusional. Maybe she could also still have like long hair. Although I feel like this is too many flowy things in her silhouette. So maybe short hair is for the best, but only because she needs something, like, she needs less things around her in her silhouette. So maybe like a bun. I don't know. Buns definitely don't work with helmets. Maybe like 2 pigtails? Or like a jellyfish thing going on? Maybe her hair is just straight, like this. She just has really straight hair. We'll give her some eyes. Send it out. I never make the eyes far enough away from each other. I'm scared they'll be too far away. Those are definitely too far away. She's very intense looking. I think that's because she doesn't have any eyelids or eyebrows. Okay, so that's the race car girl. I feel like if being a driver is better fit for a squirrel. Okay. Yeah, we can do driver thing. I still want to give her back her stripes. I like the stripes. Not all the way through, obviously, but like on the sides of her outfit, I want to give her stripes. Like this. And then you obviously wouldn't see them, but they're on this side of her like uniform as well. And then maybe she can have some different patches on it. Oops. Like maybe on the front she can have something silly, like light. And then she can have a couple of like patches on it as well, and it'll just be fake companies and stuff. A little oval, another square, an oval up here, maybe a little patch up there. And then on the side here where these are, we can put a little brand. It'll be the company name. So just for now, I'm just gonna put love because I don't have a name for this agency yet. Maybe a little pocket thing on this side. And yeah, that's our Squirrel Girl design. So we have our Ostrich Showgirl, our Dragon Biker, our Homebody Budgie, or our Homebody Cockatiel, our Death Butterfly, and our race cars, or our Racer Squirrel. And that would be Gen 1 of the agency. What do you guys think of Gen 1? Hold on. I wonder if I can get the girls all next to each other. Probably not, because they all have a white background, unfortunately. And I don't think I can get rid of the white background. I can. Okay. So, now that I've gotten rid of the white background for the Squirrel Girl, we'll just move her over here. They don't have colors, so this is really hard to do. The butterfly girl has a white background as well. We'll just move her over here. If I move her back, she still has her wings. Yeah. The budgie girl has a white background. I forgot about her big owl wings. They all have these huge, massive wings to think about when I put them next to each other. Okay, I have an idea. Okay. That worked. We'll click OK. Then we'll transform this one as well. So she fits right beside her. And then we'll click OK. And then we'll go down to the very bottom of this, right? And then we'll just really quickly show only active layer, dropper tool, white. That way it's not annoying on your eyes. There. Okay, now we're gonna move the Cockatiel girl and bring her on the screen. Oh shit, if I do that, the butterfly girl's gonna have to be at the bottom. Alright, we're gonna have to turn off the background. Just don't forget to turn off the background is what this is basically. We'll take it and we'll transform it. We'll just make her smaller. And then, you know what? We'll put her in the corner. Okay. And then we have the dragon girl. We'll also have the white background. We'll go ahead and take her back. You know what? Maybe her white background was needed. Oh shit, I forgot I wrote other things on this layer. Wait, did I write other things on this layer? No, it's on a different layer. Oh, okay, it's on this layer. We'll just... And then we'll basically keep the white layer on. And then we'll, oh shit. Make her smaller. How the hell is the white layer not working? But it's on. You know what? Let's just turn this off and then add a new layer and just color behind her. Oh, it doesn't work because she's underneath all the other girls. My fault. Well, then I don't know what's in front of her. Which layer is in front of you, girl? I think it's the top one. It is the top one. Okay. Nice. And then I can go back over here and bring this layer back. Now you can actually see her. Even if she does overlap with the butterfly girl a little bit. And then the last one is the Ostrich girl, and unfortunately she's gonna have to be behind everybody else. And we'll have to turn off her white background layer. Oh, that's not possible. Let's turn off the text at the top, and then we'll try moving her over so she's like not directly in the way of other girls, but she's still like slightly in the way of seeing them. And then we'll both size her down. She's entirely too tall, but she is supposed to be taller than the other girls. And on this new layer I created, we'll go over here and take off some of her like wing visibility so that you can see the other girls in front of her. So this is what they would look like together. Ignore her being like kind of big. She would ideally be smaller. Just imagine she's standing in front. That's what it is. So now we have to come up with a name for this gin. It really all comes together. I feel like the flying squirrel girl don't fit in, you know? I feel like these three really do sit together fine, but that's because they are based on the same like body type. So now we come back to the names. We come back to the names. I think Gen 1 would be called God damn, let me write. Oh, I don't know what I'm writing on actually. Alright, I think Gen 1, let me make sure I didn't just, yeah I did, I just scribbled somewhere random. Okay. There we go. Okay, I think Gen 1 would be like AV and then Ater. I don't know how to spell aviators. I think it's an I in there. But I genuinely would like be aviators. That'd be Gen 1. Aviators. And then I think the company name should be, not all gens would look like this though. Maybe Gen 2 would be like swimmers. And Gen 3 would be like, oh wait, no. If each girl streamed 3 times a day, or not 3 times a day, 3 hours a day, it'd be 24 divided by 3, which is 8, I think. I'd only need 2 gens to have too many girls. So Gen 1, Gen 2 would be just enough girls. Well, if each girl streamed the bare minimum of 2, I would need 12 girls. So I would need roughly 3 gens. So there'd be only 3 gens, but it would be like air, water, and then like land. Just the places where these girls could live, right? And none of the girls are living in fire, you know. And the company, I guess, would be Velemental. There. Bam. So let's go through the company facts and everything real quick. One, each of the girls would fit in one or multiple of the categories of types of streamers. They will all have to be comfortable being lollipops, even the opie lollipop. They cannot be male. It'd be a 5-girl gin with each girl having a different time of day, so there would be no dead times. There was no little lore drops allowed, and they're all gonna have to be single when they're hired. They can be lewd on the down low, or openly lewd if they are one of the lewd girls. And these are the places they can stream: Fansly, Patreon, YouTube, Twitter. No Twitch, no Kick. They can promote on TikTok, but they can't stream there, and they can promote on Reddit, but they can't interact there. They must stream at least 3 to 5 times a week for a minimum of 2 to 3 hours a day. Alternatively, make 3 videos a week, unless they are sick, moving, or having other extraneous circumstances like family members dying, births, whatever. And they cannot talk about money. Okay. Second, they cannot say the names of their subscribers, followers, or otherwise. They cannot have their own personal Discord. They cannot talk about politics, and they cannot talk about their PL. They can act gay. They cannot date their coworkers, management, or members of their chat specifically. They can interact with no men except for chat. They cannot talk about the contract. They must collab at least twice a month, one inside the agency, one outside the agency, and participate in at least one event this year. Oh, 7 of my chances. Yeah. We don't have a male gen, so sorry. There's lewd to semi-lewd, where 2 to 3 girls can be an Vtuber and 2 to 3 girls can be an entertainer. Obviously, they can do whatever they want, except flesh posts. And if they wanted a 3D model for anatomically correct reasons, they could. And then 2 to 3 times a year, I'd pay for a lewd animation GIF per girl. And then this is what Vellumental looks like. Vellumental Gen 1 Air looks like. Aviators. That's what it looks like. Okay. What do we think, chat? Think my agency would thrive, survive, and not dive? Or do you think that my agency is going to go under and blunder? I must know what my agency is going to do. You cooked. Yeah, but is it making it in this today's modern VTuber market, or are we dying? After one gen, you know. I'd watch them for sure. It's pretty good looking. Okay. Oh, right. We didn't assign each of them a like kink. Okay, hold on. Real quick. Egg laying. Damn. Budgie Cockatiel. Oh, I don't know. Maybe the Ostrich girl is like obsessed with you, so she's like more yandere. That'll be like the thing there. And then maybe the Budgie Cockatiel will be the no. Egg laying. Stinky neat. Can you see my mouse? I don't know if you can. Here, we'll just create a new layer just for this. Okay. Egg laying. I'll use the colors too. Egg laying. Stinky neat. semi-dominant tsundere. Uh, oh wait, no, that's a personality type. Her thing is stinky, smell. Then this one will be tail thing. Be a tail thing. I think also feet over here. Also feet over here. Tail. And then I think we also said armpit for her, right? Armpit. Thigh. And then I think I'm also gonna go for like brat, you know. Just so it's pointing to her like face. That was pointing to her mouth, if you were wondering. And then we'll point to her butt as well. And those, and then obviously this one is gonna be egg laying. And then I guess also I don't know, like hand stuff, I guess. You can't see it there. Congratulations. Each of them are assigned a point of interest. And something to focus on. Thank you for coming to my stream where we talked about my agency, where we would do if I had an agency and if my agency would survive in today's current landscape of VTubing. Maybe next time we can design Gen 2. And Gen 2 will be water, you know, water gen. And then we get in that agency, let's go. No, it's just gonna be like another hypothetical stream. I'm not making an actual agency. That would be immensely difficult, impossible, and I don't have the money and I don't have anything else, and yeah. I could not make an agency even if I wanted to. Okay. Well, I don't know if there's anyone for me to redirect to if you want to listen to some yap. I think everybody's asleep right now. There's not. So I hope that you enjoyed hope you enjoyed. I hope you like the girls. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be naming them. I'm so silly. Oh my god. We're gonna be here forever as I remember that agencies involve other things other than just making the girls. Okay, let's come up with some names really quickly. Let's see. I will name her Skylar. Skylar. I don't know. Her first name's Skylar though. Damn. All right, second girl's first name. Dragon girl's first name. I want to name her Morgana. Butterfly. B. Ostrich girl. Trish. And then for the squirrel girl, like Quinn, but spelled like that. Now I gotta think about last names. Ooh, that did not work. Trish just comes from Trish. So like ostrich, but Trish. Maybe I would literally spell it like that, but pronounce it Trish. Very VTuber name coded. And I shit you not, this is gonna be so funny because this is not based off of anything related to them being lollipop, but her name is gonna be Skylar Nymphcus or Nymphus. I'm gonna like, yeah, it's gonna be Skylar Nymphus, right? And it's because the species genus for cockatiels is Nymphcus. Damn. Actually set up. Okay, Morgana. I don't know. Hellflame? Morgana Hellflame. Who said VTubers aren't educational? Always educational one this time. Am I eepy? Not necessarily. I don't want to be sitting in my chair anymore. And I'm wearing these really short shorts that have started cutting into the part of my body that no thing should be cutting into. So I really want to take these pants off, but I can't. Be necropoli? I don't know. Trish Osmith. And Quinn. Last name Sip. Okay, anyways. Squirrels in my pants joke. Fuck it, her name's Quinzel. Quinzel. Quinzel Risu? Other way around. Risu Quinzel, I think is gonna be her name. Because I've forgotten about the obvious thing to do and just use the Japanese word for all of these. So excuse me, well, Risu Quinzel. I just think I like it so much. It's Bichocho. Bichocho. We love it. And I'm actually happy with the rest of the names. So, Quinzel Nutters. That was the first. Nutters is wild. Yeah, she can have an obsession with your nuts. Anyways, here are each of the girls. I will probably get photos of them by themselves so that I can post it to Twitter, or at least get like 2 of them together across the screen so that they are not blocking each other. Okay, let's put you back on the screen, sis. Okay. File, save as PNG. Skylar. Skylar gets a screen to herself because she literally blocks everything else. Skylar. Okay. Cancel because I saved it as a PNG. Save as a JPEG, and it's Skylar again. Okay. Then we could probably do the dragon and the squirrel girl together. And it's Risu and Morgana. Oh, please do not do that. Save as JPEG, Risu and Morgana. Save as B. And last but not least, oops, just have to be on top this time. Oh, it's literally right there. And we'll save this one as okay. And there's my agency full of girls, and there's my pictures, and they'll go up on Twitter, and I hope that you love them. Goodness. We can all agree that Church is the leader of the Jinn. I don't know. Hold on. Who do you guys peg for the leader? Clearly not Skylar. Skylar's very Skylar doesn't give a fuck, right? I can see B being the leader just because she's I think she would be like very decisive. But I think she'd also have like a chill personality almost. This one is wait, what's her name? Risu? I think Risu could be a good contender. I think that Morgana prefers to stay alone. Tritch as the unofficial mom of the group. Why? Because she's the tallest? In my head, she's like really immature. I don't know. Like she's like huffy and like prideful almost. Like I don't see her being like snooty or anything. I see her being like kind of self-centered a little bit. Like I can see B as the leader. The thing is that I think B would be chill, and I think Morgana would be like almost on the mature side because she's like, oh, I have to take care of my horde, you guys, right? But when I think of her, I just think that she's like, oh, you know, I don't know. I think I in my head she's like almost childish, petty, I think is the word I'm looking for. I think Morgana is my favorite design. I do love B though. B is a good design. It's between these two. Hold on. I'm gonna move her over. There we go. They're not the same height, so that's bothering me. I think I'm gonna actually make Morgana her like proper height. Okay. And then I'm going to put her here. And then I just need to move B over a little bit. Now I can save. What did I save that as? Hopefully not Trich.png or JPEG. I did accidentally save that over Trich's photo. Okay. Damn, I did not save that. if you think there was like a pilot to each of the girls, right? What do you think that their pilot would be doing? Right? I hope that makes sense. I think uh I think if there was a oh shit, undo that. I think if there was a pilot, for sure the gamer would be Skylar. I think Skylar would be the gamer. I think Trich might be the singer. I think Morgana might do ASMR. I think B might be the just chatting or the ASMR. And then I think the endurance would be Risa. Church is my favorite. Maybe it's her hottie poses, but as a pilot, she'd either be a streamer or a yapper. You like them spicy. You like them spicy, that's what it is. Do you guys have a favorite? Feel free to let me know. I think just based off of pure design, it's going to be either the one of these two, because I just love the cute butterfly skull motif going on here, and then I also love the like hardcore badass like motorcyclist going on here. Those definitely match the vibes. Yeah, I think so too. All right. Thanks for coming. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna remove these clothes from so far up my... Okay. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming to my stream. I hope you enjoy. Get licked, losers. And yeah, I'll post the pictures on Twitter. And I might do a Twitter space. I don't know. I just need to wait until my clothes are not touching my internal body just to think anymore, because I'm in so much pain and discomfort. So yes, I love you. Goodbye.